How's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have Recess with us tonight, and they can say their names and what they do in the band.
I'm Anthony. I play keyboard. I write and produce and stuff.
My name is Vincent. I'm the singer. I also write, and I do lighting for the band.
My name's Alex. I play guitar. Try to write what I can. Try to help put some cool things on some songs by Recess. So
there we go. Well, thank you guys for coming on. I had shout outs to James. Love that dude. We've never met in person, and we should set up a chat, James. I'm just saying, video chat. Let's do it. We should hang out. But he's been working with me for a while, and he was like, hey, you want to interview this band Recess? And I was like, that sounds sick. And send him over. And now we're here. So love to know about your band, guys. I want to know how you guys started out. What is kind of the origin story of the band? As I mentioned at the top of the video, I'm a huge nerd. So I love to know all the gritty details about bands and how they're formed. So feel free to spare no expense. How did the group start?
Well, we started out really young. Alex and I were in a former band when we were younger, and then Anthony joined in later on, and we're brothers, so it's like, so it kind of just worked out from there, and we moved on from our other project, formed a band closer to home, and we just started writing music, and it brought us to where we are today. I would say like a pivotal point, especially when we, as a development of a band, at least for me, was when Anthony and I saw One Republic live.
Oh, okay.
So that's when we really started writing the music we do now. So like, that's kind of where like I start my development for where we're writing now.
That was American Authors, the script, and One Republic for $40 a ticket.
Woo!
At Blossom.
Let's go.
During Native. So they just came out with like Good Life and stuff and all that.
That's
was
crazy.
It was awesome.
Now it's like double, probably.
Oh man. That's the gas.
Good Life was the one before that. It was the one with Counting Stars, Preacher.
Counting Stars, yeah.
Love Runs Out.
Okay.
Where they really popped off.
That's like I said earlier before we started. My memory is just not good sometimes.
I was about to be like, there's gonna be someone like in the comments or something.
No, I can't believe you said that.
And they'd be right. I'd have to tuck my tail between my legs.
I got you. Don't worry. We got you, Anthony. We'll make sure all the haters in the comments don't come after you. I'm gonna be like that meme of that guy standing over you, like taking all the like arrows, while you're peacefully asleep, It's gonna be me.
It's just me in the comments.
Yeah.
He's wrong.
Come on.
Vincent just makes a fake account and he's just like, yeah, I can't believe it. So and you're
actually, they had 2 songs that were pretty big before that.
It would be extra funny if like you saw Vincent typing it on the computer and Anthony's like, wait, like, why are you typing on this interview? And you're like, no. And you're like, I can't believe he said this.
I just go back all of his likes on his main, and it's this fake account. They all have 1 like and 1 retweet.
Like, I'm gonna close this out. I'm gonna pretend I didn't find this. I didn't exist. It's gonna go away forever. That's it. We love to see it. I hope that's a part of your history now, Yeah. I hope that's a part of like the origin story where we just kind of make a false timeline and everyone's like
our pivotal point was when Anthony fucked up. I don't know, can I swear? I'm sorry.
You can swear. I think it's
okay.
I just want to say I've been doing this for 8 years and I think it's hilarious to me when bands are like, fuck, and then they're like, oh, actually, can I curse? And I'm just like, we've already gone over the hill already. It's too late.
YouTube says as long as it's not in the first 7 seconds, it's fine.
We're good. Yeah, we're 5 minutes
put $1 in the swear jar.
You're good. I was just joking. But anyway, so and then about obviously adding Alex in. How did you said that Alex kind of came in a little bit later on from the group?
Well, I actually did, Anthony.
Mm.
Alex and Vince started,
Okay.
and I got thrown into it. Like I was playing keyboard with like 2 fingers, and
Oh, so you didn't
yeah,
know
I was
anything about
well,
keys?
well, I was 12. He was 8. How old were you, Alex?
I was technically when we met, I was 9, 9 and 7, and then but he turned 8 soon
Yeah.
after, and
Ooh.
10. So 8 and 10 really is when.
So these guys were really good. I was like, I had no idea what I was doing. I was like playing like this.
Chopsticks.
Yeah,
I got you.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And now
I was
look
so-
at you. You're just scrolling across the keyboard.
Now I'm using 3 fingers per hand. Oh yeah.
I was so good, and when we met, one of the first times we met, a girl sang to me, and I cried.
We were little
God.
That
kids.
has never.
No.
I will say on record, that's never happened to me. So,
No, it was one of the acts after, like when we met.
He was like 7. This girl this girl in the headlining band was like 24 or something. She sang to him. And he
yeah,
cried.
I remember that. She's cool. She's nice.
Yeah, she's really nice.
Yeah,
Vince
she
is.
is.
Vince is just a weenie.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
He
for
wasn't.
that.
He wasn't ready
He's
for the beautiful like melodies, the song structure. I got you. You know.
Yeah,
Time to
feel-
get back on topic.
He's
Vincent's
just-
first panic attack.
he's just figuring out how like life works. He's like, okay, so school is these days, is this thing. All of a sudden somebody's like, romance. He's like, I don't know what to do.
I could just imagine him just being like front row and just like you just see like one tear go down his face.
Oh, he
and you're like,
ran. He ran.
No, he
booked.
did. Oh, I was trying to set it up,
Yeah.
man.
He was
I
gone.
was out. I was
You're-
scared.
You just left. You just booked. You just
I
said,
was-
"I'm out. I'm a head
Yeah,
out."
I'm out.
I don't know if now that I have to think about it because I don't want to feel like Vincent is by himself in like a really like awkward musical situation. So now I'm gonna have to think about one. And if I think of one, I'll say it in here so I feel like we're on equal playing field. I can't have that. That's like
You don't have to make him comfortable. It's all right. Obviously, from the
I'm-
beginning, he's uncomfortable anyway.
See, I did it to myself. I'm the one that mentioned it, so
It's all right. I'll throw myself under the bus too. We're a team. It's a team effort here.
It just starts getting really dark. And it's like, I'm just so stupid. He's just like not talking. We're like, it's all right, Vince. It's not a big deal. He's like, I'm just so stupid. I don't know. Like, dude, it's like, I think you should leave. He's like, I don't even want to be around anymore.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Then I'd be like, I'm just sitting here like so about the band,
He's
like
He's just
anyway.
looking down.
so
Yeah, he's like,
yeah, that's basically how we started.
yeah.
that's quite the experience. I feel like, getting crying and then leaving said show and then being like, you know what? I want to make other people cry from their face, so I'm gonna do that. That's
Yeah.
respect.
This
He
was
cried and realized this is what I want to do.
this was all a villain plot.
Yeah. This is your villain arc. I respect
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? You're like, I'm gonna make someone else cry at their first show, and then they're gonna be fucked.
And then he just quits. Just quit.
The tears like pushed him into the ether of musicianship. Like,
Yeah.
he just went and pushed him while he wasn't looking. He's like, and then now we're in this whole thing.
Hey, listen, I'll take it. That seems like quite the story arc. You're like, don't cry. If you cry, at the show, it's over.
Then I have to end my career because I made it.
I made it.
I've made it. You're like, not a multi-million-dollar record deal. If I make someone cry, over.
Done.
Yeah.
And it's to gardening for the rest of his life. He loves to garden. That's like an inside thing.
Wow, it's a little less inside now since
Yeah,
you just said it online.
It's not inside.
He does lighting. He likes to garden, and
Oh,
he
that's
sings.
nice. He's got some good hobbies.
And then he's only going to do one after that.
Oh,
Yeah,
Just
I hope-
garden.
I hope it's lighting. Oh shit. All right. Well, man, I'm
Both.
wrong.
You could do both.
Yeah.
You do the garden, then while it's growing, you do lighting, and then you
Put a
come
little
back.
light on it. Yeah. Keep it
Yeah,
happy.
they
I have
incorporate it.
I have lights. I have UV lights.
There we go. Look, we know your career plan after this. I'll just have Vincent on, like, when I'm doing this when I'm 85. Be like, I remember when I interviewed Vincent 30 years ago.
Vincent Fondale, botanist.
Yeah, botanist. Yeah. He's
Send me
like-
to Mars.
He's like, after we did this interview, I felt it was time for me to become a botanist, and then it just goes on.
It's like
and
it's like a Wikipedia when you're looking up like somebody like an athlete, and it'll be like early life, this career. It's gonna be like early life, this, and it'll be recess 2007 to 2023, and then 2024 it'll say botanism. Under the whole story.
And once I finished my first life goal, I became a botanist and went to Mars.
The funniest
Hey,
part about this
listen, respect.
podcast is people just know that we're a band, and then we just talked about farming for like
hey, listen,
crying and farming.
real. That should be your next song title. Crying and farming. Would love to see it. I know it's a hard ask, but listen, I'll put myself out there,
We'll see what we can do.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate that. Speaking about new music, I did check out a good majority of your musical catalog. I pride myself on trying to listen to the groups that I have on. So I went and listened to, of course, your newest song, Rust. You guys can check that out. Links in the description. Go give them a follow, too. That'd be really sick, Then I also listened to Home Away from Home, When the Sky Comes, and See the Day, and then I kind of listened like through some of the stuff that you guys released in 2018, but I like have my Spotify up and I like didn't add it to my like notes here, so now I don't even remember which songs I listened to that were in their 2018 album, but it was good.
2018 was the Leaving Home era. Everybody
Leaving
who's
Home.
like a diehard fan of us knows that song. That's like the song from
That
that.
was probably that one. Then.
Actually, well, Boundary Lane was 20 the beginning.
No, we re-released Boundary Lane.
Yeah, we
the same
re-released
year.
it in 2018. I think the first single came out with Leaving Home in when the full EP came out. It was 2019.
But like you said, if you do keep up with us, we're actually in the middle of a cycle. We're doing singles, so we got Russ, and then we're working on another one right now too. That's very good so far to
I'd love to
us,
see
the
it.
unbiased crowd.
Yeah.
The band who made the music.
It's very good.
I like
Dash
music.
Recess.
Breaking
Whoa.
news: Recess likes itself.
Whoa,
One
this
out
is
of
too much.
what is it? 3 out of 4 band members
3 out of 4 band members
love this song.
Love this song. It turns out, it's their own.
It's like the dentists.
Yeah.
That should be
99 out of 100
that
dentists.
should be on your
approve this
press
song.
release.
Yeah,
It should
it'll be like subscribe to read more.
you should have like a bunch of press lines, and then one is just like a fake one where it's just like Recess thinks this band's great. Recess, like just throw it in there. I think that'd be so funny. And then people would be like, if they actually read it, then they'd be like, did they just put a comment about themselves?
The third best band on the planet. Us.
I didn't like the song that much. It didn't really pass
Oh.
though. Like if I sing it to you live, you cry test.
Mm.
That actually, our next song, that's the song you would cry to. It's very sad.
I'll cry.
Anybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, not
Yeah, and
you.
me? I'm gonna cry.
You. Everybody else is laughing and happy, and just you are in
Oh,
tears.
okay, cool.
Just
Anguish.
Just calls
yeah.
Brandon out by name. Just in the bridge.
At the end. That'd be
We added
amazing.
this.
That would be amazing. You'd be like, Brandon, I hope you cry in this song. And then just like, yeah. And it just goes on.
Right
I'm just
now.
like,
And
I'm
then
like,
you just
damn.
start
And then
crying
waterworks
involuntarily.
immediately. I'm like, I'm not even crying. Like, this song's not sad. Like, I'm just, for some reason, just crying.
Just like, oh,
I can't stop. Who put these onions here? So
ow.
I'll have so many questions. But no, I really didn't know what to expect, because normally James does not give me any like backstory on the group. I feel like he's like, listen, I'm gonna throw you in. He's like, I'll throw you into a video game blind. I feel like that's kind of James. He's just like, all right, go for it. And then he just lets you go. And then James like runs away somewhere. And then I have to go do the homework, which is completely fine. No diss to James. I love James. But I was like, with a name like Recess, I was like, what type of sound are they going to give me? Right. I was like, am I thinking like pop punk, Because that was kind of like the first thing that came to mind. And I was like, all right, let me give their newest song a listen, see where it's at. So I gave Rust a listen, and I was like, this was not what I was expecting. By any stretch, I was like, this gives me like 1975, like the Chainsmokers, um, like a little bit of One Republic, like Walk the Moon, kind of like really like
Those are
really good pop music,
comparisons.
like
Walk the
and
Moon, Ohio, baby.
Ayo,
Yeah.
shout outs.
The Midwest. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Corn. Yeah.
Bratwurst.
I was like what what are they gonna like, how are they going to kind of like bring me on this journey? And then I went and listened to Home Away from Home, and I was like, this is like almost like a fun song, like the band Fun. Not well, it's also a fun song too, but like the band Fun. That was like the first group that I thought of, and I was like, I haven't heard this in quite a bit, but I like the real kind of like anthemic vibes that song brought, and I was like, that was kind of what hooked me. And then as I kept going, I was like, this is really interesting. And I would say that like a lot of my listening habits have changed over the years, but I've really kind of fell in love with like a lot of pop music recently. Uh, and I was like, this is really sick. So I'm excited to see what you guys have cooking up next, certainly. But I wanted to know, for people who aren't familiar with Recess, and this may be the first video they watch, what song would you recommend to a new listener to check out first to kind of give them an idea of what you do, your sound, all that stuff?
You want to? We want to do a collective answer, or I don't know if we have the
You
same
do it
answer.
individual. You can do it individual.
I think it's a little bit different, but I think our stuff is all of our stuff is different, but it's all based on things that we've found inspiration from.
Mhm.
So like a big like we started from that big anthemic, like you said, like Coldplay, One Republic, like that big like Secrets by One Republic has a very like that's kind of the sound that we started on. So like if you think of our stuff as having like kind of like you said, anthemic stuff.
Mhm.
Well, that's one
then
thing. All
you-
of our songs, almost, they all have that epic. That's why our bio is what it is. Songs that make you feel like you're in the movies, because they always get that big.
Yeah.
and it's
That's a
all like
good example.
one song doesn't really explain everything because there is some stuff that is a slower buildup that's more cinematic type stuff, but
Mhm.
all of it has like it's essentially taking you on a roller coaster ride through different emotions and stuff like that. That's what I would say. I would say Home Away from Home is a good middle ground because it fits pretty much everything. Or Rust, like that's at least the but yeah, I don't know.
I would say the same thing. I would say Home Away from Home, because we really started with happy-ish songs, and that kind of brings together like the epic sound that we created. And I hate to say epic because it makes it sound all epic, but like cinematic, theatrical,
Yeah. I
that
got
type
you.
of sound. One of my personal favorites is The Hill, just because
Okay.
I how the song started was I played Hellblade 1, and I was like, I had a song idea where it was like I wanted like an ominous presence like on the other side of like a hill, a mountain or something. And I played Hellblade, and I was like, what if it's like Senua's like sitting on one side of a hill, and like the Northmen are coming on the other side. And I know she's like post Northman, but this is like what happened before. And it's just like it has that sound that's like very video game fantasy
Yeah.
that I like personally. But Home Away from Home, if that's a song that anyone can listen to and I think enjoy.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. It reaches a good middle ground where you get our like type of melodic, catchy swing to it, but at the same time you get that epic sound. I always like to compare it to Lion King.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, so you get that it's still theatrical, it's still um suspenseful and like just everything in between that just kind of describes us
You can just
everywhere.
name
But
the writers, Elton, Lebo, and Hans, and know that it's all those things combined.
Yeah, it's like fast-paced Hans Zimmer with catchy melodies. That's kind of like how I would say. I think like with our music, there's like you should listen to three. You should listen to like The Hill to get the epic type thing. You should listen to Home Away from Home to get the general basis, and then something like Rust moving forward. That's kind of like the type of mix that we're kind of going for, like a newish pop. But it's the cool thing about it, and this is from a guy who like they write most of the melodies and stuff like that. So it's
Sure.
kind of like outside viewpoint, but it's a newish sounding sound, but it also is unique enough to where it doesn't sound like many things. Like when I pull it up for people, they're like, "Wow, it sounds pop. Like it has a really good pop mix, but it almost doesn't sound like
It's like alternative.
anything." Yeah, it's
Mhm.
it's interesting. So I don't know. I just think
Home Away
yeah.
from Home. That's the consensus from
the
us.
consensus. Yeah.
Yeah, I would argue that's a great starting point. I'd also say Rust was really good too because that was the first song that I jumped into, and I was like, as I mentioned, like I think I feel like you guys are delving more into like electronics and stuff, which is really interesting. And also, I would care to mention like the Midnight. I feel like that was also a group that kind of stuck out to me,
So good.
where I was like, yeah, they're using some like 80s type synth in here that I was really kind of like, oh wow, all right, this is interesting. And then juxtaposed with Home Away from Home, which is like the like I kind of got like some nights from like fun where like again it has that sort of like theatrical like type vibe to it, and I think it's cool to hear just how nuanced just those two songs specifically are, and to have them listened to back, I think is really special. So I would say for me, those probably are the two I would recommend if people haven't checked out Recess. I would highly recommend giving those a listen. But I'm curious to see. I think it made me more inspired to see what you have in the pipeline, because I think if you're able to find that like we weird is probably not the best adjective to describe it, but I feel like if you're able to find that interesting like middle ground between like having these really awesome like synth and like layering and stuff going on with it, with like a lot of like more drumming and like kind of like the Hans Zimmer type effect of music where it's like, you feel like you're a part of something larger than what it is. To me, I think that will be where I feel like you would guys will hit like kind of that stride point, and I'm curious to see where how you guys are going to hit it, because I imagine at some point there's going to be something that clicks where all of those things are going to align together, and I'm going to be like, I called it. You know what I mean? Like I
Well,
could feel that it's happening.
what's cool about those songs and a lot of the songs we do is um they start from like a world instrumentation, like inspiration. So Home Away from Home has like taikos, it has
Yep.
flutes, and it has like a lot of things derivative from like a lot of like African instruments and culture. And then Rust has a pipe ensemble, guzheng, erhu, a lot of Eastern Asian instruments, especially in the chorus. And then like you'll hear it in the second verse during the it has that
Yeah, yeah.
erhu plays down the line. And like we just incorporate that with the electronics, and it helps build that epic sound because a lot of the instrumentation from each of those places start with that like dreamy epic, like almost like reverb. Like if you put like a bunch of reverb on a guzheng, it sounds beautiful. You know
Oh,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
Like that
Yeah.
type of thing. Yeah. So that's a
Got
lot of how a lot of the songs start, and then we just build off like with our inspirations and
mhm.
combine them.
And what kind of made you want to delve more into kind of like the world like instruments? Because I did notice like even with like Seize the Day and like When That Sky Comes, I was like, those songs were great, but I do feel like there was something about like both Russ and Home Away from Home where I was like there was something special about those songs that I was like, I feel like, I obviously all the songs are your children certainly, but like I feel like those songs had like a little bit extra like care and concern to them. So I was just curious in terms of like incorporating a lot more like world type instruments. Do you feel like that was like kind of the missing piece of those things where you were like, we need to kind of have these songs built out a little bit more because we want to kind of have different things that like when you're listening to the song you get a different experience every time you're listening to it because you might be like, oh wow, I didn't hear this part, this is really crazy, like I didn't hear this the last time I listened to it. Or like with Rust, you're like, oh, there's this really cool like instrumentation here that I didn't pick up on the first time I listened to it, that's really neat. Was that kind of your guys's thought process in terms of like when you sat down you're like, we need to have like little bits of ear candy to kind of keep it more interesting?
I don't want to take over too much, but this is kind of like what I do, like in the production aspect.
Sure, yeah.
I think there's probably three things that inspired that specifically. One is like our friends.
Hmm.
Uh, I know a lot of people we're in America. I know a lot of people with different families and different, like, just like when you go visit them, they have those different backgrounds and they'll show you like, oh, we
Sure.
do this type of thing. This is something we listen to. You get introduced to a lot of different music that way. Um, that's one. Two would be obviously movies and cinematics and
Mhm.
games. Like, I mean, I hate to be that basic person, but like Mulan, when you can listen to the soundtrack, you can hear that instrumentation and it has that nostalgic feeling. Cause I mean, I'm from 95, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
grew up with a lot of that stuff and it just feels good to be able to do that. And then three, obviously the most important one is accessibility. So as like our discography progressed, my production progressed, and I was able to find libraries and sample because I mean I can't find somebody, especially an ensemble, who could play
Sh-
pipa.
Yeah.
Like I can't find like a group of people who all play pipa and record all that.
He just
But I
knocks on your
do.
door and you're like, yeah, actually I play pipa, so I'm
Actually,
here.
we live down the street, our whole ensemble.
Yeah. We actually live next door to you, so like we
Yeah,
heard you were making music and we're like, man, we heard you scream like I need a pipa guy, and I
and
just
there
showed
they
up.
were.
Yeah.
But that's a big thing is like especially because I'm a keyboard player, I can use like my modulation knobs and like
Yeah.
the production things. I know to play it how it would sound if it was actually played. And I mean, it takes a lot of like, you have to actually like research how the instrument works to be able to, like, if I'm playing a guzheng, I got to pull the string the right way using almost like I'm playing it, but on a keyboard. Obviously, it's not the
Like a
same.
wheel. Yeah. I know
But
what you
yeah,
mean.
it's that accessibility as time went by, the quality improved, and it could sound real and good to actually be able to be used in a cool way, I think.
And how I look at it from when we write songs, I think at least what Anthony is like, what we've talked about a lot is what's the song calling for?
Sure. Yeah.
So what direction do we see it going? Like Rust, we had seen it going that direction, I think, from the beginning. Home Away from Home started off, we almost didn't think, from what I remember, we didn't think it was going to be as like epic as it turned it out to be,
Hmm.
but it's always a nice surprise in the end. See the Day, I just wrote it on like just a guitar,
Hmm.
and it was just kind of meant to be like one of those, just like, oh, you could play this on guitar and just like, slap a box and
Yeah,
you
like Ed
almost have it.
Sheeran, Echo
Yeah.
Smith type song.
So like um I just think like if I were to like give any advice to anybody writing
Hmm.
songs, I would say that's how you definitely kind of think out of the box. I think it's a good introduction to how you would think out of the box is say what is the song calling for? What can I put into it, and not just go by like a formula of what everyone's releasing right now. I feel like as artists we should just like put out what we want to put out. I want to put out
Yeah.
a song about Vikings. The Hill came out. We want to put a song about Vikings. The Hill came out, and
Well, it's
this
important
and
too
that.
that like, especially with like the hill and stuff, the hill's specifically about like, it doesn't say in it, but I mean it mentions Hella and like stuff like that. And like
Yeah.
I spend months just like, I'm not some sort of like historian, but like I just watch like okay, how was this type of music made? Like, what, like a bunch of mythology videos. I know a
Sure.
bunch of random stories about Thor, like the real Thor, not the Marvel
That crib
Thor,
sounds weird. Oh my god. Yeah.
Loki, stuff like that. And it's just like, how can I like incorporate this? And when I made the lyrics to that song, I made it so like it's in the mind of the person like waiting for that impending doom. And they don't know too much, but they know enough. And
Mhm.
it's like just kind of putting yourself in that mindset. But yeah, I think one of the biggest things would be cinema, which is why we're so anthemic and theatrical. Because I mean,
Yeah.
me and Alex saw a movie like almost every 2 days, all of lockdown. Like we had nothing to do, and we just went to movies all the time.
And they're a lot were not good.
I will say, I will say it's not an ad for it, and I won't say specifics, but the rewards for movies is worth it. It is worth it if you go see movies. I think I saved what
Somebody right now is at home like, no, it isn't, you dumbo. I'm like saving my money.
Hey.
I mean, we're like, it is worth it.
As far as I know, I got 2 free
Yeah.
tickets for a movie. I don't got to pay nothing.
Hey
Yeah,
yo.
it's like when people are like, the DoorDash pass is stupid. I'm like, not if you order DoorDash every day, like every other day. Like I'm always using it. The $8
Actually,
is worth
It
it.
actually tells you how much money you
That just
save.
makes you double
It is a lot.
stupid.
Like I saved like
He uses DoorDash and he has this in the
Oh my
rewards
God.
for- oh god.
No,
I can hear the comments going off. No, I'm kidding. Don't.
we're just kidding.
You
We're
see
just
the
kidding.
chat start moving
Chat, just-
faster.
Everyone's commenting in real time right now. No, I appreciate the attention to detail. Like I think that's something that I love about finding out about bands is like the attention and care that people take in writing, right? Like I feel like for myself, like that, and that's ultimately why I think I listen to the bands before I have them on, because I think to me it's like I know how much time it must take to craft a song. So like the least I can do is just give their music a listen and be like, I like this. Like these were some points that I really enjoyed about the song. Like I think that to me is like really important. I always strive to tell people that I have in my like fan base to just like really actively listen. I know sometimes it's like, there's you could be driving home and listening to a song sitting in traffic, or you could be like sitting, on your bed listening to it, through headphones or something. But I really implore people to kind of do that active listening because I think it makes you respect and appreciate the time that people take in writing it, and like there's so much more you can get out of it. Like The Hill, I would have never known that it was about like Norse mythology. You know what I mean? So like for me, it's like that's cool. I'm not like a
Slightly,
real
very
big.
slightly. It's like a mention, like because the song isn't supposed to be straight up like. It's like writing a song about, I don't know, pirates. You don't just sit there and go, "Arg, I'm a pirate,"
Yeah.
blah blah blah. You know what I mean? It's like it's more of like a nuanced, like
It's like a tongue in cheek. Yeah.
it's a little bit like because I mean I never came out and was like, "Oh, this song is about Vikings," but it's kind of something we just started saying because it's what it is because of Hellblade, obviously. But it says in the song like in the sky rains fire, Hela smiles from above, and Hela is the goddess of death in Norse mythology. So it's like you said, very tongue in cheek, very just like it's there, but you don't quite know unless you listen actively. I think that's one cool thing we do too, like with Rust, specifically to our newest song, is it's not something like, and we've written our own handful of relatable music and stuff
Mhm.
because I mean we're all humans, so we're all relatable to each other.
Yeah.
But we also like to write songs that are like stories, like just stories, just made up stories about stuff. And that's like one thing about Rust is it's if you listen to it from beginning to end, it's a story, a specific story.
Well, I hope people get something out of it. If you have not checked out Rust, check the links in this, the description. I'm gonna keep pointing down there throughout this entire video. So like you should go do it. Like now, that'd be sick. So go do
Rust is what, 3:30, something like that?
it.
3 minutes and 30
you got
seconds.
3 minutes and 30
Yeah.
seconds. Yeah. We love
Yeah.
it. The next question I have for you guys, keeping it more current, what are you guys jamming now? What's something you're listening to? What's on the Spotify? What have you guys been listening to lately?
So lately, I got So I had always listened to Linkin Park, but I've really started delving into it. I've actually started to teach myself how to scream.
Oh
So
shit. Okay.
just the right way, because I feel like as a vocalist, if you could add like distortion to your voice and stuff in a healthy way, just over time, especially if you're touring, like it could be like really helpful. And it's just kind of cool to be like, oh yeah, I'm this pop singer, but I know how to scream.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that'd be sick. Yeah.
yeah, I could like pull out a Linkin Park song and like sing it and stuff. So but that's been
Do you
my
mean like distorted vocal, like Linkin Park, or scream like, I don't know, of mice and men?
well no Linkin
They are
Park
different.
does
Yeah.
Linkin Park does both, because Given Up has a
Yeah.
17-second long scream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
and
end.
he goes,
I just was wondering, like, from like the gauge, like from 0 to 10, how
Oh,
much
okay.
how much
I know what you're saying.
distortion is
Anthony.
on that vocal.
How much are you
Well,
cooking it?
Did you stub your toe or did you get a paper cut?
well, no, it's vocal fry.
No, I'm just kidding.
All it is a relaxed vocal, and you just bring up the pitch.
Yeah.
You just
And
you think of third grade saying something.
so here's a little vocal education, so you guys don't think I'm roasting my voice.
I
When
hope
you
not.
scream, so your vocals obviously vibrate like this. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yes. And when you're in vocal fry, it's the what makes that fry that it's the slow vibration, because it's not a full vibration. Once you go then it speeds up after a while, which makes the sound. But if you bring that up, you're keeping that relaxed vibration, but you're just using air to create the pitch, and that's where the screaming comes from. It makes a scream-like noise, so you can't really tell it apart. But don't legitimately go and scream. Your vocal cords are literally doing this. They're going, and you will develop
Hey, yo.
MX plus B over C.
This, literally, whatever comments was going to be about this, it's all just going to be people going like this.
Yes,
Because, oh, man.
it's like
Oh my god. I think
This dude had a
this-
glint in his eye and he
I-
said, here's
I-
a little vocal education for you.
No, I thought it was. I'm gonna edit this so well, because I couldn't help but look, like I was really intently listening to Vincent, but every time Vincent was saying something, I look over at Anthony and he's just like giving the faces, and I'm fucking like dying. I'm like trying to take Vincent seriously, so I'm like not showing any emotion, but like it was great. Oh my god.
You just remind me of an anime character like, is that all you got? You're pretty
His
strong.
glass, his glass,
but not strong enough.
I activate my
glint?
tramp card.
The gleam.
Yeah.
He turns into like a dragon or something.
When Ash pulled his hat backwards.
I respect it. Thank you, Vincent. I appreciate that. that voice
Well,
lesson.
well, he was
What were we talking
insinuating-
about?
No, but so where that came from, you were insinuating that I was frying my voice. That's what you were
Was I?
concerned about.
No,
Yeah.
I was just asking if you were screaming like of Mice and Men or Chester Bennington.
Well, Chester Bennington does a full out scream too.
I just, like I said, I was gauging.
He's more high pitched scream, that's what I like. So
We're gonna hear some screaming on the next song, guys. So
Probably not. Probably
Probably
not.
Not the next one, but
no, I'll come out with a full length.
metal. I'm gonna make a metal song now.
It's gonna be
Recess is tired of the happy shit.
We're pissed.
We're pissed.
we're pissed.
it's We're not taking the MGK emo turn. We're taking the hard turn.
You're going
to
full on.
hardcore.
I respect that. You know, if you guys did wind up doing that, I would, you know.
We're doing the metal version of the Miley Cyrus switch, where she went from pop to a little bit edgier, but it's going to be opposite. It's going to be like happy pop to just like dark, just like yeah, intense.
Then you guys would fit so perfectly on my musical roster here, which is like a large majority of it is metal musicians.
That's what we
so-
were talking about.
Yeah.
Time to talk about my Spotify.
Yeah, go on ahead. Shoot, Anthony.
I have a lot
tell
of
us-
I have a
tell
lot
us
of
what's
local
good.
musicians.
I love
Like
it.
I have Vince Neroni on there. I have, of course, it's that you get asked and then you just can't remember.
Yeah.
I can say the bigger musicians. I have Baby Metal on there. I have Imagine Dragons, obviously, because they're one of my Night Vision stuff, like Amsterdam. Fall Out Boy. I think Infinity on High is one of the best albums ever created.
Woo! Okay.
Um,
Okay. Okay. I'll
And
let you cook.
then I have one of my favorite songs is Scarecrow by MCR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Love to see it.
but a lot of different random stuff.
I feel like I'm gonna get a message from Anthony later. It's just gonna be an Instagram DM, and he's gonna have like a whole fucking list of like.
I
what it
can.
is.
I can.
And this is where
The
I'm
Who,
gonna throw it up on screen right now. It's just gonna
The
be
Who,
like a
not
really
the
quick-
80s. The Who,
Ah,
the HU with Jacoby Shaddix. Wolf Totem is my squatting song when I lift. That song is awesome.
okay.
I've seen them 3 times.
Very
They're
nice.
good. They're good live.
Alex.
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 So
can go.
I had generally been listening to, well, like I've been lucky enough to have pretty much all my favorite bands have come out with live albums, and I love live albums
Oh, yeah.
because like nowadays they mix them so well, and it's just like so good. Like the Midnight's live album I've been listening to
Mm,
a lot. The Joan, like Super Glue, is still like one of the best.
nice.
I found a band called Del Water Gap. I've been kind of and the Strike too. Strike is really good. Recently though, I think the like you know how when you like do you have Spotify, Apple Music? Like what do you have?
I have Spotify.
Spotify. Okay, so
Yeah.
you know when you like a song, like it's like at the top of the thing. Like I scroll down the list and unlike stuff so I could like it again because I forget about a lot of stuff. But anyway, but recently I've been listening to that Glorb, like that SpongeBob AI thing.
Oh my God,
Dude,
yeah.
It is like legit good, like rap. It is crazy. Like and it's funny. Like it's just funny. It makes me laugh. Like Squidward drops the hardest verses of all time. It's crazy. It's I definitely have to like kind of like go through it.
We snaw.
Yeah, I definitely don't like all the songs. There's a lot of like weird lyrics, but some of them are like really funny. Like the popular ones are super duper funny. So I'm kind of on that. But yeah.
I'll give you another one. There's this guy that makes music called Boy with BOI what I think is his Spotify handle, I'm pretty sure. And he does like Plankton like metal songs.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
They're pretty fire.
Plan Z.
Yeah.
That video is crazy.
Yeah, the
He's
video
on
is
like the
not
podium
wild.
screaming.
Yeah. I was like, this shit's wild.
It's crazy.
I don't know how I feel about it personally, but like, you know, hey.
I feel like with specifically what you were talking about, I feel like it's people playing it and they change the voice to Plankton because the songs are so like well thought out that it like I can't imagine it's not created by like some dude just like he said Glorb too. Like if I feel like it's performances with like voice changers almost.
Oh, sure, for
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
And
Yeah.
like another thing too, that's like I'm just like I'm not like where I'm angry at everything nowadays. I'm only 26, but like I also like it's more cringe to me to do things that everybody's doing. This like if somebody does the same thing, like if I scroll down and I see something like if somebody's like, yeah, I'm going to do this trend, I'm like, oh my gosh, it just makes me sick. Like I want to take something and if I want to make it my own and have something in it, but like
Sure.
the thing I like about Glorb is it's cool because it's like original stuff with just SpongeBob voices. People like taking Plankton and they put like they do like a dumb cover, and it's like it's the same crying, screaming metal song that they do
Are
the cover
you?
of.
Will you? Since you aren't partaking in trends, will you be partaking in the ice cream with olive oil and salt on?
Yeah. First of all, olive oil. I don't know if I've ever had olive oil, unless it was.
Baby.
Yeah, I don't know.
Olive oil's in a lot of stuff. It's
Yeah, I was gonna say you
an
must have had it.
ingredient.
Yeah, you must have had olive oil at some point. I feel.
I did watch the old Popeye.
You take your favorite ice cream and you take a plop of olive oil and you put it on it, put salt on it. I'm pretty sure it's a prank.
Oh, like okay. I need to run this back on Vincent. So wait. So
I did not.
wait. So
do
you
this.
have. So okay. So you haven't done it.
No.
But apparently, it's something that's happening now, where
Yes,
you
and
buy
I'm-
your own, you
I don't
buy
know
your favorite
about
ice
this at
cream,
all.
you buy your favorite ice cream, you just put olive oil and salt on it.
I think it's a specific
Sea
recipe.
salt. It's like extra virgin olive oil and sea salt to be specific. And I bet I can
There's salt
guarantee
in
you it's
caramel?
it'll be really bad,
Yeah.
but it's good. Wink, wink.
You need it. Who knows? Maybe it. Maybe
should try
is
it.
good.
If you guys
Yeah,
try
it's
it,
really-
if you guys try it out, I will unearth my TikTok and I will stitch it and do the same thing.
I don't even have a TikTok. One of my cousins that is very far away that I don't talk to often took my username, and I won't make a TikTok because of it.
Well,
I have to ask him.
Well,
Like,
we have a band TikTok, so we can.
You could do that. You could
Be
do it on the band TikTok.
It'll be like when you'll be like, bro, can I send you $50? It's like the one time I wanted to get Razzie, the Instagram username. Some guy with at the time had no profile picture. I'm like, hey, can I buy this off you? He goes, yeah, $5,000. I'm like, yeah, I'll lose my number.
Oh my god!
Yeah, right.
yeah,
5,000 for what?
Joke's on you. He's got the username and you don't.
Yeah, he had pictures
Yeah.
of him. He took pictures on a potato.
I'm gonna find the next social media and I'm gonna get at McDonald's before anybody. And I'm gonna sit on it. No, I don't know. Is that legal?
No,
You probably not.
It was a thing when the internet came out. People would take the HTTP. They would take like
The domain.
.coms,
The domain, yeah.
Yeah, and they would have to.
Like,
Like,
buy
buy
it
it
some
out.
guy in Missouri
Yeah,
for like
McDonald's would
$1
have to buy
million.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I'll take it. So I'll just do it up, buy it up. That's it. Well, we went on a complete derailment, which I love, and I found out that apparently people put olive oil and sea salt on the ice cream, which is something I didn't need to know. But you know, the more you know, whatever you know, that
we're gonna-
shit.
Maybe there's an origin to it. Who knows? I don't know anything about this. at
Yeah,
all.
I also this is a first for me. So
I'm
you
pretty
guys-
sure it's like I'm pretty sure it's like a prank. I bet.
if you guys know, let me know in the comments. I need to know if this is a real
you're
thing.
You're gonna get off the stream and be like, all right, guys, all right, bye, cool. And then he's gonna he's gonna do this. He's gonna go. And he's gonna hear put his headphones down. That was rough. I don't.
Nah, this
All
is not the worst for sure.
This is
By a
so-
landslide, not even close. But the next question I have for you guys is, if you guys could pick a song to cover, what would it be?
So I've been on a Linkin Park tangent lately. So like I would. What song we've been wanting to do is what is that one?
Waiting for the end.
Waiting for the end.
Ooh,
I think that would be really cool. I usually just like I had some covers in my head that I was like, oh, would maybe even like Imagine by John Lennon and make it our own
ooh, okay.
type thing. But yeah, just you guys have any covers?
We're all very like most of the time if we do a cover, it's because the other two, one person really wants to do it, the other person's like, I don't really care, and then the other person's like, I really don't, but I guess like all of us are like, I want to do this cover, and then the other person's like, but this cover by that band is better, and they're like, no, it's not, and we're literally we can never like agree. So it's most of the time when we pick a cover, it's like two people settling and one person that like really wants to do it, or two people kind of like into it. It's so all of them are good. They're all good songs. But all of us have like like I have a whole section of stuff that I know we would never cover, but like I would think it would be cool. As well as they do too. It's just like one of those things. It's like we all have to be in on it. Our best covers are the ones that we're all like, dude, this is gonna be sick. So we did that Avicii cover and it went really well. Did a Coldplay cover that went really well. Yeah, I like Linkin Park. I'm personally I like their couple big classics. I do like New Divide though too, but like Numb would be cool to redo it, but I feel like somebody probably already did like a slow version of it, or like a chill. I don't know.
Not sure.
All I can really mention are songs that I listen to. I think when it comes to us covering a song, it would depend more on how it sounds when we try it. Because like we obviously want to do it justice or make it unique. I think I'll answer it like this. I think my favorite cover that we did, because we do short form covers like online on TikTok and Reels. I think my favorite one was Sweater Weather because we kind of made it sound like Interstellar.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
And it was pretty crazy.
That one flopped too. That one was, I think, underrated on a lot of our social media because we did a 24K. What's the rest of it? The
24.
Jake song.
Okay.
Golden Hour.
Golden Hour. I'm
Hours.
so stupid. Sorry.
24K.
I have no idea. Golden. I was thinking 24K. I'm so stupid.
That's what I thought. I was like,
Bro,
is he
I was thinking my brain is messed up. I've been
That's
on
all right. Same.
But
Yeah.
yeah, like I did that one. That one did really well because like the algorithms are so weird. Because like sometimes like I'll just be like whatever, and I'll post something. I'll come back, and I'll have like 1,000 views on it in 1 second. And other stuff we're changing the caption. We're like, all right, here we go. We press it, and it won't push it, or so it takes a little bit of time. It's just weird. But the Sweater Weather one was I think one of our best ones for sure.
I think that's when we're gonna try to start doing live at our shows soon.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
We got a couple other things to do first to get it ready.
Yeah.
Just a couple things.
Yeah, a couple things, a couple preparations.
Yeah.
We have a couple
space,
songs. We're learning a few songs. We're finishing writing a few songs. We want to kind of change like how we build our show a little bit because we did a show all 2023. We did it a little bit in 2022, the same show. We kind of just want to change things up a little bit, see how it goes.
Yeah, new intros, new
vibe,
new order.
Yeah.
Love to see it. Well, listen, if you guys have any suggestions for recess, you can leave them in the comments. I can't guarantee they'll do it, but a polite suggestion goes a long way. So if you'd like to give them a good suggestion, drop it down in the comments. But the next question I have for you guys is, if you guys were to have a dream collaboration on an up-and-coming recess song, who would you love to have on? This question is going to get split into two answers. The first part of the answer is one that's a little bit more feasible. One, if you know someone you've wanted to have on, but haven't asked, now is the time to bully them to be on your song. And then the second option or part two to the question is the dream guest, the manifestation where, putting the positive energy out there for you.
All right, deep breath. Let's stay on task.
Okay, I'll start it.
All right.
So I think my dream collab would be with Baby Metal because the result would be insane.
Wow.
Like it would just be crazy.
That's kind of nuts.
Whatever comes out would be so crazy. That's a bigger artist, obviously. I'm constantly writing random songs. A lot of them I don't use or they don't work out. There's one that I'm teetering that I don't know how it's turning out yet. And I guess either this or if they don't see this, I'll DM them if it does work out. I really think the song would work really well with this band we know, Marina City, that we opened for in our hometown. They're really cool dudes. The singer looks like me. It's weird.
It is. I'm scrolling on Instagram and I see that guy. I'm like, oh, Anthony is.
Oh, it's so cute.
The first time I seen Ryan, it was at the show, and I saw him for the first time, and he looked at me. He's like, "Nice hair." I was like, "You too, bro." Just like it was like two of the same person, just like, hey,
Hey,
you look good. Yeah, you too,
it's in the
man.
mirror. It's like the mirror looking in.
Spider-Man.
You're like,
But
the
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
I don't
memes.
know. I don't know how the song's gonna turn out yet. I don't even know if they want to do it. But like you said,
Now it's
this
time
would
to
be,
ask.
yeah, that's my answer.
I love it.
Let's see. See, I see. See, I'm Imagine Dragons. Maybe.
Ooh, okay.
Feel like something cool could come out of that. Um, I'll name like 3 people that I think. Um, maybe even Joan.
Ooh,
That
okay.
we would yeah, I feel like our voices would mix good. And then like more on the female side, I think Billie Eilish just kind of like we kind of do have our own like separate vibes. So it would be really interesting to see how that would mesh. But I would say I'm along the same side as Anthony on a more feasible one. Of course, I'm down to write with whoever, but I'm really our voices are our voices are pretty strong. So like us in Marina City. So like I think our voices like would blend
The
well
song would be
together.
intense.
Yeah,
Love
very
to see it.
intense. It would make you shake.
I'd cry maybe.
But instill fear.
I'm gonna cry. Yeah, that is the song that's gonna make me cry. Love it. Alex, what about you?
So I think yeah, when it comes to like people, the more obtainable ones. I mean, me and Vincent, was Anthony there at the Jones show?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
were.
was there. I was just forgotten.
I can't remember. I remember me like talking a lot, but I don't. I
Just like yeah, okay, whatever.
No.
Anyway,
no, it's all right. No, I can't remember. But no, I was but we got the chance to like speak with them, and they were playing in the halls in Cleveland, which is like a local venue, and they were really 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 cool. And they're really responsive. At least to a lot of people, their social media, they're really responsive. I think that would be that's like a goal, but I definitely think like not the easiest one, but we know Marina City. We got to play a show with them. They're really cool. We even mentioned something about maybe doing something at some point if they were interested. So I think that is a good one.
Marina City, Vince Neroni, possibly
Yeah,
Julian.
Yeah.
A lot of people from around here. City Mouth would still be cool.
Yeah, City Mouth's cool.
A lot of local shout outs.
Yeah.
Yeah, love to hear
And
it.
then your dream collaboration.
Yeah.
Even Jack would be something that might be cool. Jack Harris.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's all assuming that they even want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See our DM, they're like, they like do that thing where they slide, because on Instagram you slide over, you're like, ooh.
You see the dots come up and then they go away.
Move to general, move to requests.
Oh,
It's unread.
No, it's not good. I think for a dream collab, I would say like it would be really cool to do like and I've said this before, but like an instrumental of Hans Zimmer, like an orchestral type thing that he puts together with a really cool melody. I think that would be like
That'd be awesome.
that would be the
Yeah.
coolest original
Because he's
collab.
obviously better than me at putting
No,
cinematic pieces
So
together.
I mean, he also
Like,
has access to
obviously.
a real orchestra would be sick.
I don't know if they use real orchestration. I don't think they do anymore. I was doing some trailer stuff for a minute, and I think
Not their for their probably for their blockbuster. I have no idea.
I think it's all samples. I mean, it's obviously it's not like something I know for a fact, but I'm pretty certain it's all sample based.
Yeah, but I think like we would work well with. I think if it's more like an original type thing, if we want to go more original route, it would be something like that. But I do think that we would probably fit in best with a band like I don't know. It has to be like Paramore, like something where I think our sounds can mesh easy, and we can come up with a song because something that would be original. Yeah, Bastille would be so sick too. They're really
Yeah.
they give. Well, no, I guess they.
Bastille's Bad Blood album is also one of my favorite albums. That's a very epic album. We Do Things We Lost. That's a song we cover.
oh,
And,
nice. Okay,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
there we go. Well, if you want to tag all of those bands, and then type the word collab, and then, just post it on your Instagram story. I can't guarantee that it would happen, but I mean,
Maybe.
if it's on the internet, I mean,
Dude,
I don't
At
know.
least we tried. At least we tried.
Yeah.
It says probably true.
Yeah, it's probably true. Yeah, exactly.
It's on the internet.
Yeah,
Just like olive oil and
just
sea
olive.
salt
Yeah.
and ice cream.
Ice cream. Yeah, exactly. If
There's
you believe in
nothing-
that, then you'll believe in the this collab happening.
There's
Exactly.
nothing the 2024 internet is known for most than being very true and genuine.
Yeah, exactly. Cosign.
No, no fake.
You just start sweating. You just the way you put your thumb up, it just looked like Jeff Bezos was behind you with like a bat. It's like, say Amazon is the best.
Amazon's the
Just
best.
slightly off camera with a weapon.
Trust me. Trust me,
It's like,
bro.
are you
Yeah.
taking a break right
Yeah.
now? Are you kidding me?
Is it hot in here, or is it just? Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my god.
decline that.
Well, guys, you can make that happen.
Uh.
You should do it. It'd be really sick. The next question I have for you guys is my personal favorite. As you know, I am a huge nerd, so I love asking this question. If you guys could be a video game character, who would you be?
Oh, I gotta answer this right now.
No, no.
Every single time I play an RPG or even like 2K or any game, I name myself Geralt of Rivia. Every single time. The Witcher 3 is the best game ever made. The Witcher 2 is great. The
Wait,
Witcher is my
I have so many questions for you, Anthony.
Yeah.
First and foremost, if you're playing 2K, right? Are you making the character like Geralt?
I make him with my face, but he has white hair and golden eyes, like a Witcher.
He likes to
So
hypnosis.
fucked. So
My Baldur's Gate 3 character, both of them, even myself insert, they both have white hair and golden eyes. Both of them. Toss a coin to me. Come on, let's go.
Oh my god.
I love The Witcher. The Witcher is my favorite.
That's great. Okay. Respect.
Except apparently, if I was in the Witcher world, I wouldn't be Geralt. I'd be Jaskier. I'd be singing bard tunes in the background while people threw stuff at me. Because I'm a musician.
You already picked Geralt, so you're Geralt. That's it.
I am.
Does this matter?
I am.
Okay, there you go. You have to
I
believe
named
it.
myself that. I gave
Yeah.
myself that nickname.
Okay,
Henry Cavill's Geralt. Let's be real.
that's true. Yeah.
Okay, you guys.
I play a lot of Rocket League because
Hey, yeah, let's go.
He really wants to be Lightning McQueen. He wants to be really.
I'll be
No.
like,
No.
I'm gonna be Lightning
No.
McQueen.
Ka-chow.
No, no,
Kacharg.
no.
I play a lot of Rocket League, so my favorite video game character is probably Lightning McQueen.
So if I were to be anyone, it would be the Dominus.
I love that. Oh my god. I'm not gonna be able to unsee Vincent as Lightning McQueen now.
We need a singer, Vincent, please. No, I want to be a car really bad.
I feel like it would be. I feel like to just double down on the joke, it would be extra hilarious if like somehow we were able to collab on like a shirt and it's just like a really really cursed like Lightning McQueen photo and it just says recess on the bottom.
I just see in my head, I see like Geralt and whatever his character is, like they're normal, and you just see Lightning McQueen at the front.
It just says in Rust, the lyrics are Rust in her blood and she goes on. It just says gasoline in his blood and he goes ka-chow. And it's just Vincent's face.
It's just Vince's like eyes like photoshopped and like widened so it fits like.
What if it was like something weird, like he didn't like Lightning McQueen, he really wanted to be Mater, really?
No,
And Dynamo sponsors it.
no.
And
No.
Alex plays 2K, so he really wants to be LeBron.
No. I wish I was that tall. That'd be sweet. Can I be like a video game like animated show type character. Is that
Yeah.
count?
That's
Okay.
that's in the
I'd be
legal
like-
gray area. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'll give it
I
to
think
you.
like Zuko from Avatar: Last Airbender.
Ooh,
I think
okay.
the vibe. I mean, I've the vibe that he has when like
The
dealing
evil,
with dealing
the
with
killing.
the third season, third season Zuko.
First
not
season,
not
Zuko.
homicide, not genocide Zuko. The one at the end has a very like I don't know, dealing with inner turmoil and then being like,
Yeah.
okay. And it's also kind of silly in an interesting way.
If I was in that show, I'd be the guy that has the wheelbarrow watermelons.
Cabbages.
Oh, cabbage guy.
Sorry,
Yeah, the cabbage man.
Oh, guys, this was fun. No,
He did say he liked rocket cars the most, so he wouldn't really understand the world of cabbages.
yeah. Well, that's
He
like,
doesn't
no,
know
that
what
was,
vegetables are.
that was like me when I said 24K and it was the other one. That's his. Everybody
This
gets
is great.
except Anthony. Me and Vincent.
No, I
both
said
get
Good
it.
Life was on native, so
Yeah,
we all.
you
Yeah, we all have. Yeah.
It's all right. Let us know what your favorite fuck up is of this interview down in the comments. I think you already know which one you're gonna pick, so just write
It's
it.
It's the cabbages. It has.
It's a cabbage. Yeah, exactly. Totally cabbage guy. I've never the Lightning McQueen shit. Oh my god, I'm not gonna freaking forget that. That was. It's like
You
some
just
dumb
said
shit.
sentence.
He's in a game now.
When
He's-
someone asks you what your favorite video game character is, and you say Rocket League, and then it goes to Lightning McQueen.
I just hear like a really cursed version of like "Life is a Highway," you know.
You could have said Master Chief. You could have said Mario. You could have.
those are
even said
typical
Luigi.
answers.
That's
Those are
fine.
typical answers. Lightning McQueen is fast.
I really want to be Pikachu.
I'm gonna. I feel like I should put. I feel like I should make like a inspire. You know, like one of those like inspiring like quotation photos. I should just take a photo of like Vincent and then just put the tag like like the photo. I'll just like screenshot that moment and it'll just be like whatever. Whatever Vincent just said. Yeah, and then just put his name next to it.
Live life like speed.
Oh man.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
Life in the fast lane.
Life is a highway. Life is a highway.
Give it. You'll have to give me your best quote, and I'll throw.
Route 66.
Oh God. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's it. I'm throwing that one. That's the one. That's it. We found it, Chief. That's it.
It's like, we should like cut like a video, like a spoof video after this, where it's just like he's like, I really want to be Lightning McQueen. He turns around really aggressively. He's like, I want Alex to be Sally, and he starts choking me, and the video cuts off the black.
Oh,
It's like
what was that?
it's like a squid. It's like
What was that one movie with shoot, I can't remember. It was like the punch buggy. Derby.
Oh,
Kirby.
Kirby.
Kirby. Yeah.
I want to be Herbie.
Oh God, no! It gets worse.
You guys
He
need to
keeps
start calling me Herb.
I don't know how it's getting worse. Like we went from Rocket League to Lightning McQueen to being hurt. You want to be a sentient car? Like
This is becoming a problem.
this is rough. I
We're
feel
gonna
like
have to talk after this.
Hey, the eventual is a transformer.
oh my God, you're gonna be Bumblebee.
That's too cool.
That
You're I know him as a friend, so I can call him Herb.
If I was a flesh being, I just thought of it. Desmond.
What, from Assassin's Creed?
Yes. He died though.
A long time ago. That was the good old
No,
days of
I feel like you have to be. I feel like you have to be Lightning McQueen. You can't. You
Yeah,
can't.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
you can't walk
I can't
yourself
go
out of
back.
that answer. Yeah, it's too
I
late.
see.
Yeah.
While he was saying his answer, I'm like, I could say this, but immediately they're gonna say Lightning McQueen, and I feel like I'm just gonna have to go with it.
You can't put this car in reverse. That's all I'm saying.
Geralt is the best answer.
Yeah.
Geralt. Play the games and you'll know.
We'll start calling them stickers, like
Well-
cars are stickers.
Well, you can actually drive me, and I could drive myself.
That's it. That's the quote I'm using. Anyway, the next question I have for you guys is, if you guys were to put a dream tour lineup together, who would be on this lineup, including your band?
I think the best lineup for people watching, it would have to be similar bands. So it'd have to be epic stuff, probably.
Epic gamer stuff. I got you.
Now,
Yeah.
are we, so we're not the ones assuming, are we headlining? Is this a magical world where we're the headliner, or is this just a tour?
This is up to your discretion.
Opening.
Yeah. If you want bands to open up for you, hey, that's on you.
No, this is no order.
First tour.
Obviously, we would all probably want to play with Coldplay.
Yeah.
I think just from our roots, Imagine Dragons, that would be awesome. One Republic would still be awesome. Man. I mean, I would love, it's been my dream to properly, okay, I'm going to say this. No one take this idea in case we get to actually act on it. If we ever got to play the Super Bowl for some reason, we would play one of our songs, a couple of our songs if they did very well. The Black Parade with MCR, and then we would properly allow the SpongeBob halftime show to happen. We wouldn't do some little joke thing, some little teeny excerpt, some cover. SpongeBob is coming on the screen, and they're doing their thing. Right there. We will all sit on the side, and we will watch it, because I don't know about the other generations, but my generation specifically has been asking for this for the longest time, and no one has done it properly.
No one has delivered on
no. Didn't Maroon 5 do something with it a little bit?
If they did, they did.
It wasn't right.
I think it was Tyler, the Creator, or somewhere. Was it? Was it them?
No.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was Maroon 5 did a little bit of the SpongeBob halftime show. It needs to be the full thing. And then Squidward's going to freeze frame, and then the lights go out, and it's over.
We need Squilliam to faint.
Yeah.
We need a real.
We need the real Patrick.
We need
with the glasses on the drums.
No, you just don't. You literally, a big screen, or the stage is LEDs, or whatever it's called, LCD screen, LED screen, and it's just from the show, and it's big and it's huge, and you just get out of the way because it's SpongeBob the man. He's doing it. I think that would be awesome. That is the dream. The Super Bowl with MCR and SpongeBob.
It's like when they had, I don't know if you've ever seen this, where South Park did that thing where it went into Rush, and then Rush actually did it live. Like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, bam. But it'd be like that, but with the bubble, the whole SpongeBob thing, and then at the end, it goes into when lights go off, and then we do something of art. I
would do
cool,
Life is a Highway, and then I come out.
And then Lightning McQueen comes out of the field and just starts doing laps around the stage.
He just starts running, and he has
oh my god,
a red shirt on.
And then Will Ferrell comes out and yells, "If you ain't first, you're last." And everything just goes crazy.
This seems like a fever dream, but
yeah.
I'm all on board. As a 30-year-old,
dude, if Lightning McQueen came out in a halftime show, it'd be pretty crazy.
I mean, it'd be pretty fire. Yeah, it'd be about it. It'd be actually even better is if you had if you just have Vincent running across the stage in a Lightning McQueen outfit, and then he is carrying the actual vocalist for Rascal Flatts singing "Life is a Highway." I feel like that'd be pretty
on his back.
On his back, yeah.
It's just halftime show, and the lights go out, and the spotlight comes on. Owen Wilson just walks out onto the stage. He just goes, "Ka-chow."
Ka-chow. Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. The winner takes all. And it just starts with "Ka-chow."
Ka-chow.
Oh my.
Oh my god, this
God.
is just fucked. Anyway, the next question I have for you guys is if you were trapped on a desert island for the next month and there was one album you could bring with you to listen to, what album would that be?
Oh, that's
It's an island.
Yeah, well, I mean, like,
Is it warm?
metaphorical
you want.
island.
Is it like a warm island, like somewhere?
Sure,
tropical?
it's whatever you want it to be, Anthony. Whatever fits your mood.
Coconut Mall music the whole time. What's that? Is that the Mario Kart one? It's
Yeah,
Coconut
Mario-
Mall, right?
It's Coconut Mall, yeah.
Yeah, is that Is that the one, the island one? Is that the island one I'm thinking of that they have?
That's the Coconut Mall.
I think that that would
I got you.
that's a
I got
good
you,
one.
Alex. That's a
I
fine
would-
one.
That's probably not my pick, but that would fit the scenario.
Same.
I don't know the name of it, but the I think it came out in '95. Sugar Ray's album with Every Morning, Someday. That album. Oh man.
Wait, who is it? Who is it?
Do you need
Let
a
Vincent answer the question. Let me look it up.
I was gonna look it up.
Pass me by.
Let me see.
No, never mind.
I don't remember the name of the album.
So
Oh, okay.
I would probably choose Native.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it came out in
A lot of the songs are
'98,
good.
1459 by Sugar Ray.
Ooh, okay.
They have Every Morning. They have Someday. I can just play honestly those two songs back to back and be fine. I actually have a vivid memory of when we went to California. Other than writing the song "Woke Up in California" because of that trip, we rode around Santa Monica Pier on electric scooters.
Oh,
And
nice.
I had "Someday" by Sugar Ray playing, and it was just bliss.
Peak.
It fit so well.
We love to see
That
it.
would be the album.
I would say for me, it'd probably be some sort of well, there's a couple different ones, but I think I'm gonna have to slim it down to one. It would have to be like some sort of atmospheric type album. So like either like Yanni's tough because I like the live version of it, but it'd probably have to be like a an album. It's the band called Sigur Rós,
Oh,
and it's all. Do you know them?
yep.
It's
Genius,
all
Sigur
like
Rós.
atmospheric, like that stuff would be enough to where it wouldn't drive me crazy because like even like listening to my favorite stuff after a while, like so like a month straight, something that I could sleep to and something that could be and in a great way sleep to it. Sigur Rós has like the most cool atmospheric music like that to where it just chills me out. It's really
Alex is
I
like,
think that would be cool.
I would bring 7 hours black screen rain on rooftop.
Hey, listen, don't call me out like that, all right,
Does that
Anthony?
count?
Don't
No,
don't
that's
fucking call me
me.
out like that, all right?
So in my
I-
basement,
Rolling thunder.
dude, in my basement. And here's the thing, remember that Family Guy episode where he's like, yeah, the sounds of seagulls, and it's just, and it's like really loud. Like I can't have it like that. It has to be so. If it's thunder, it has to be really like
White noise.
nothing can go like it can't pop out right away. So yeah, no, but like I have a speaker this big in my house, like a JBL party box. It sits right on my dresser and faces me at night. And it's just
Oh my
it's the
god.
forest every night. It's amazing.
I had 7 hours of waves crashing on a desert island when there's waves crashing already.
It's just like all phasey because it's just back to back.
Interrupted.
He's like, wow,
and
this
then
is like
like,
surround sound. This is crazy.
It's like those videos that's like an hour of silence, interrupted intermittently by the Taco Bell bell sound.
I like to imagine, Alex wakes up on the beach and in the sand is like a CD with no like name on it or anything, and he puts it on and it's that atmospheric sound, and he just hears a bunch of seagulls, and he's like, "Oh, I wish there wasn't seagulls on this," and he shuts it off and he looks around. He's surrounded by seagulls.
Mine? You see, like mine. Ah!
He's like,
Oh,
"Oh
my-
no!"
That is
They just start
that is
pecking. They start pecking him.
Dude, that is a good movie. That is Finding Nemo's a banger. That's a good movie.
I just want to say I feel so called out by Anthony because that's no joke. I put that shit on my TV and I have my
dude.
sound bar and I just, bro, that shit cooks me. I'm out. You know,
Yep.
like I'm good.
Yeah.
So
Have you downloaded the app? Well, now it's called Better Sleep. I like doing it off of the app because it just goes for it's not like something where like accidentally like in the middle it'll just end and it'll be like or like YouTube randomly will glitch out for me and then I'll like go and I'll wake up to silence. I get really mad because I'm using Bluetooth speaker.
yeah.
So
Lately, I've been waking up to this thing called like generals and like wars or whatever, and all you hear is Alexander the Great. Then went up, went up to the Persians, and like it's describing these battles, these historical battles,
Holy shit.
and a lot of it's Rome, so it's like Caesar pushed him all the way back into
And
the,
since Vincent likes to self-insert as Lightning McQueen, his dreams are just Lightning McQueen in these ancient battles.
it's just him imagining him feeling the wheels of his car.
he's
touching
the
ground.
hero. He's the hero of each army.
Just
how
chariots
they
and then
send-
Lightning McQueen just surpassing them because he's fast.
They send their heroes out in the front lines, and Lightning McQueen with the shield and spear.
And you know what? My-
He's just terrified.
For my fellow Rain listener, there's one recently that I've been listening to a lot, and if you got to look and find the right one because some of them are too loud. It's like, but they have one where it's heavy rain with light oldies music playing faintly in the background, muffled. So it's like
Some Andrew sisters on in the background.
dude, it knocks
Tennessee
me
Ernie
out,
Ford.
dude. Yeah, very similar, but like
It's like
like with the rain and like that jazz coffee.
Interesting.
Dude, it
See-
knocked me out.
See
It's knocked me
that's
out.
like something I feel like if I listened to, I'd wake up in the back rooms or something.
That's what yeah, exactly. Yeah.
like no, like it
Be like, why are all these rooms here?
yeah, like
It
it's
Looks
just
a lot like a
train.
90s Chuck E. Cheese. What's going
Yeah.
on?
Five Nights at Freddy's shit here going on, you know?
It's
Oh my
an
god.
empty, it's liminal spaces, just
I would not be about that. Definitely would not be about that. But yeah. Well, thanks for unlocking that to all of my fans, Anthony. I appreciate that. You know, if you do also watch the 7-hour plus video on YouTube of Rain, you're a beast. Shout outs. Love you.
Or the
Um,
live stream.
I listen. I'll live stream myself sleeping, you know, that shit. You know.
who
Um,
are these beautiful humans?
Well, the last question I have for you guys is probably my favorite question that I ask. Is, you know, we had a great chat about your history, you know, Lightning McQueen, of course, you know, our God,
Very important.
and a bunch of other shit. But I wanted to know why you guys are so passionate about making music. I think for me, it's like, as a fan and as somebody who interviews a lot of musicians, I think for me, it's like what holds me to listen to a lot of these artists is my ability to find out why they're passionate about making music. I think that's, to me, is really important, and I love to know, you know, why you guys do it and why you guys continue to push to have your music out there, because I think it's really important.
So, I really kind of feel like, you know, putting the industry aside, putting all like the money aside and everything like that, music at the end of the day to me is like something that's not really going to like screw you over. Something that's kind of just like always be there. You don't have to, you know, think about, oh, do I like not want to do this, or like this, for me, it's just like, yeah, I just want to do it. And I want to, and especially for me, especially live music, playing in front of a lot of people live, and we're all just there listening to it. It just sets everything in the world aside, and it just like everyone's just experiencing something, and it's just a feeling you don't get anywhere else, really. That's how I think of it.
I have an uber specific answer, and I think it comes back to like I'm a big like studio guy, like studio rat, and there's just always something that like reminds me like why I do it is like when the song comes together, either in a demo, sometimes it's in a demo, sometimes it's in the final, and you just listen to the song and you hear the lyrics and you know where that feeling comes from. And for our songs where it hits that big point, just I can tell that a song, obviously it's subjective, but I can tell when it's just good and it conveys that the right way.
Mhm.
When that part comes up and like you listen to the lyrics and you hear the music and you just get this lump in your throat. And like, I'm not a big like crying guy. I don't cry often. It's not a flex or anything, but
Damn.
those songs, they bring a lump in my throat and I just well up and I can feel like what's being said, or I can go back to that memory or even the story. I could hear the story and put myself in that story. And when it just makes sense and comes together, there's just that feeling of just like that pit. Like I said, like there's a pit, there's a knot in your throat and you just well up and you're just like, this is like, I love this. Like, this is like
Yeah.
just right.
It's beautiful. Yeah. I got you.
I think that the reason that at least like my drive with the band too, because it's intertwined. Each of us have our own like picture for like what we imagine, almost like the end goal of what we all think we would be want to do if we were by ourselves in music. That all comes together to one big thing. Is I think really just to convey something that makes a new fingerprint on the world in our own way. Like I think there's something really cool. Like I was thinking about it today, and as I listened to like one of the demos that we've been working on, and I
Mhm.
was just thinking to myself, like, you know, like now I'm on the back end of my 20s where it's like it's if we make it somehow in 3 or 4 years, it's to the point where like we're adults now. Like this isn't like, you make it as Justin Bieber as a teenager and you get to go into like this really fun, like we're adults. Like this is going to be something that it's going to turn into a job and a good job at that. But if we can do it that way, but I think that I don't care whether it makes it or not at this point in my life. I really care that the people that do decide to listen to it are getting the message that we're putting across, that we're sliding across the table. And I think if we do that and we're confident in our music and we know that the people that are listening to it are genuine listeners, it's not just, we don't do stuff like it's awesome. And obviously, like, when we roll out our plans for singles and stuff like that, we're obviously doing all we can to try to get it to catch on and people
Sure.
to listen to it. But I think even if it doesn't, knowing that we put out a genuine product, we tried everything that we could, and we know it's genuine, and we know the people that are picking up to it are listening to it genuinely. I think that is for me, like having that confidence in our music and our sound and what it conveys, I think is number one for me. Um, and playing live and conveying that live when you get to see their face to connect with it, that's also an extra experience. That's like the icing on the top, you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I think like the aspect of seeing it live and being able to connect with a group is like really kind of an unexplained thing. There's something really magical about it, and um that's why I love going to live shows. I will probably continue to go to live shows as long as I can feasibly go to shows. But I think for me it's like I always love getting to interview artists because I think it gives me a different perspective on like why they do it and why it's important, because I think you can look at it from the perspective of like, oh wow, they make some really good music, but I think if you really get to the like meat and bones of it all, it's like really nice to know that like they're just passionate about trying to like be engaged with their fans and be engaged with like the music and connecting with the lyricism and the musicality that they put out. Like I think there's something really inherently like special about that as well too. And so I always like to try to be able to highlight as much as I have a lot of laughs and a lot of jokes here. I also like to be able to highlight why people do it and why they're passionate about doing it. So thank you, Recess, for coming on. The last
No
thing I'm going to
problem.
leave you guys with is tell them where they can find you at. What you have coming up next. Give them the whole spiel. Tell them where you're at. What's going on.
Well, you can find us on any social media at Recess Official. Instagram is, I think, what we're most active on, but we're also active on Twitter, X, and then Facebook too.
TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok, Threads. That's a thing. But
That's a thing. Yeah. It's there.
Our website's recessbandofficial.com. If you ever want to go there, our merch is there, so that's the
Woo.
coolest part about that. We have new music coming out. We have a lot of shows coming up. We have like a whole like, I don't want to say tour, but it's basically a tour set up for the summer. We're doing a lot of things, playing a lot of places, recording a lot of music, playing new songs live. If you don't know us, we play our unreleased songs, not all of them, but some of them live, because we like to see how people react, and we like to change the song in order to like, because we like that fiery like energy, that epicness. So we like to see how it conveys live, and then take the things that are the best about it and kind of like push it like, okay, this worked really well live. Let's like really go with it. So we usually play our new songs a year before they come out.
Wow. Okay.
So
Kind of like stand up in a weird way. We build our set, figure out what, okay, this sucked a lot. We need to fix this. And then we do, or it usually doesn't. Usually it's pretty, we practice in the basement first. We make sure it's not that bad. It's not like we come out, we're like, wow, that was a mess. I don't know what we're doing. No,
What's
yeah,
guitar?
it's cool too,
Yeah.
because you know that you could always find us online and stuff, but if you come out and see us play, you'll hear stuff that's not out, and then you have something to look forward to, getting to listen to it on your own time when it does come out.
Yeah, and we're prevalent on bands in town. So if you got bands in town and we play by you, feel free. And even feel free if you know places where you live, like hit us up, tell us where they are. We'll definitely try to make it out and make a show out there and stuff. So like, because we just love to travel, we love to do it. Especially following us on Spotify too.
I
Spotify.
was just gonna say that.
That's huge. Yeah, when we release a song, we come up on your thingy.
Yep.
Because you're following us, and then you
I
get to hear
followed
new
you guys.
music.
Can you
Thank
follow
you.
on Apple Music? I don't really use it.
Probably. I don't
Yeah.
use Apple
If you could
Music.
follow on it, do
You
it.
could add it to the library.
Yeah. So
The next things we're working on releasing are an acoustic version of Rust, and I have been becoming learned on Atmos. So there should be hopefully a Dolby Atmos mix of Rust coming in. What is it? 7.4.1, which is 11 speakers. One is a sub.
Dolby. Yeah.
Yeah, Dolby Atmos. It's pretty crazy listening, because you can kind of pick out the instruments around your head. It's pretty crazy to listen to.
Let's go. That'd be sick. Well, listen, guys, if you have not checked out Recess, this is the perfect time to get on board. Stonks are low, but stonks can be high. So, buy low, don't sell them.
No.
I got you. So go check out. I don't know why I turned into like a sales, businessman thing. Buy stocks now.
And this
do
is
it.
sponsored by
This is
Keeps.
stocks to buy. Recess. No,
That's
you should.
us.
You should definitely check
Standing
them out. I again was completely blindsided by the type of music that they make, but like in the best way possible. So please go show them some love. All of the links will be in the description. If they hit your city, go say hi. Tell them I sent you, or not, whatever way. Just go out and see them. It'd be really good to go out and support local music. Also, got to give a shout outs, of course, to James. Love you, my man. Thank you for that. And if you enjoyed this interview, share, like, and subscribe. It goes a long way. And huge thanks to Recess for coming on and chatting with me tonight.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it, as
Yeah, thank
always.
you.
Thank
We'll
you so
come
much.
back whenever you want us to, or if anyone ever asks. If they want to hear another
Monday
ridiculous
rambles with
rant.
Recess.
We love
We'll
it.
come
Let's
up with
go.
something.
Come on. Let's do it.
Oh yeah.